Hey everybody, how are you doing? I decided to make this video on my couch today just because I wanted a little more comfort than my computer share, but you heard the misfortunate news if you watched the episode before where I lost my job. Well, technically I didn't lose my job, I quit my job. Either way, I don't have a job, but I want to explain why. So, I was a guitar tech trainee for the first 8 months. Basically an apprentice where I learned everything he wanted me to know in that time period of 8 months, but I didn't get paid at all for everything I learned. I had to earn a paycheck by learning everything and proving that I knew everything. So I got through the 8 months without pay, and I started getting a paycheck. I started doing what I love to do, just fixing guitars and guitar equipment and stuff like that. And as of 2023, me and my boss, or old boss, were fighting for the longest time, because as before, he would accept an apprentice for 8 months without pay before he paid him. Now he wants me to pay him for his knowledge, so I would basically lose my paycheck just to learn things that I basically know already for very rare occasions that I won't know. And I thought that was bullshit. Like, I reasoned with him, I brought up a bunch of valid points. There's a reason why his name is his name, but I'm only gonna leave it at that. I don't want to expose him, but does it make sense to anybody where I would have to pay somebody to do their job? Like, I have to be compensated in some sort of way in order to do what he wants, to learn everything. Like, the whole point of me starting in the first place is because I had no job, I had no money, and I wanted to do something that I wanted to do. But now I'm forced to pay out of my pocket my whole paycheck basically. I want to disclose that even though I don't agree with the way he's running his business, it's his business, and he can run it any way he wants to. It doesn't matter what I think. Like, his decision is his decision. So the fact that he wants to do that, I can't do anything about it. I just tried to reason with them as to why it was unfair to me. Especially because I didn't get paid for 8 months in order to do this. But as a worker for a job, as a guitar tech, he's amazing at what he does. He could do a bunch of things I had never heard of, like, I can't even tell you because I never heard of them. But anyways, he could do a bunch of stuff. A bunch of mods that I haven't learned how to do yet, or something I don't understand fully. I just wish I could name something, but I haven't learned it, so I don't know. So either way, I don't want you to think that just because I'm mad at his decision that I think he's a bad worker, because he's incredible. I've never seen anybody pay so much attention to a guitar or an amp. He has the knowledge of amp repair as an amp repairman. He has the knowledge as a guitar tech. He builds pedals of his own. Like, I could go on with things I could do, but we would be here for another half hour at least as I try to remember and explain everything that I know of. But not having a job now, though, means I can focus on my YouTube channel solely. And thing is, I don't want to overdo videos like I did the first month. I found it as a personal challenge the first month, but I made over 70 videos the first month of this channel. They weren't great videos, but I made 70 videos. I don't want to make so many videos that I start losing the little bit of quality I have in them. I don't want to flood my YouTube channel with a bunch of videos that people won't watch. So I will limit myself to 1 to 3 videos a week. But that might be hard because I'm literally bored, senseless, going out of my mind all the time, and all I want to do is play guitar and make videos. I'm only so butthurt right now, technically, because I loved what I did. I loved fixing guitars. I loved fixing equipment. It's what I do in my spare time anyways. But I feel like I had that ripped away from me just because he decided to do something I don't agree with. Once again, I can't make up his mind. I just don't agree with it. Everyone has their own decisions, but I wish I could have at least had that job a little bit longer before losing it at least, or had a little bit of a heads up, or a little bit of time to find another job while I still had that, but things didn't line up that way. All you can do right now is play the hand I've been dealt. And I've been dealt no job. I've been dealt a minimal YouTube channel right now. I've been dealt going to the hospital recently with my dog going to the hospital recently too. We're literally twins except he has fur. But point is, there have been a lot of bad situations that came up recently for me, and I'm gonna ignore the fact that there are bad situations and try to see the positive in all this. And instead of losing a job, I found more time for my YouTube. Instead of losing compensation for what I love to do, now the freedom to do what I love to do on my own stuff. Like, it might take a little time to try and twist everything to be positive or have a positive spin to it, but I'm gonna try and be positive in this situation. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, I'm from Massachusetts. More eastern Massachusetts, if anything. So, if you know any guitar dealers around here, or amp shops, or guitar techs that need apprentices, just let me know. I'd be glad to check them out, and I would love to have another job as a guitar tech. I would just like my boss not to flip his mind last second to something that's bullshit. In the comments, just because I want to know. It's random. I just want to know. What kind of job do you have? Leave it in the comments down below if you don't mind telling me. Because maybe I'll hear something that sounds interesting that I never heard of before, and I could possibly do that. But all I know is I'm a guitar tech and a pizza guy. Those are the two types of jobs I had throughout my life. Mostly pizza until this job. It also feels kind of bullshit because I literally left my job as a pizza guy to be a guitar tech. Like, I was making next to no money at that job after I was paying my rent and bills and everything like that. So I was making like chump change to last me like week to week. But it just felt like things were falling into place once I got the guitar tech job. I could afford to pay rent, my bills, have a little extra money to invest in other things for myself or the channel. But I also have to think about the things I could have done wrong that made him upset. Which, I don't think I did anything. I honestly don't think I did anything. I wouldn't be surprised if I did something just because if you do something and don't know, like, they might not tell you that you're doing something that annoys them, and they just might snap one day, and that could have happened. I don't want to rule that out, but, like, I'm open to criticism. I just don't understand why I lost a job, except for the fact that he decided to switch his mind to a bullshit reason. One more question I have for you guys that you should let me know down in the comments. Now that I only have 2 amplifiers, one that doesn't work at all, I'm starting my collection all over again. Or I'm starting to mod guitars too. Like cheaper guitars, but guitars nevertheless. What are some of the amps or guitars that you're playing through right now? I'd be interested just to see what people have, see what people's tastes are. Everything's gonna be different, but maybe there's a chance I could help you out and try and find you something a little more suited to your taste if what you have isn't what you wanted. Like the 5150 iconic 60 watt combo amp. Like, I will recommend this though. It sounds horrible. It has a Sheffield 1250 in it, or 1200 in it, whatever they're called. One of the original speakers of the 5150 when it was first released. You know how it sounds? Exactly how it sounded back then. Like crap. So, if that's something you want to look into, if you're looking for a combo or anything like that, you can get them for cheap, for like $325 to $500. They'll try and raise the price to like $700 or something and say they have special tubes in them or something like that, but don't fall for that. That's just a bunch of bunko. But for $325 for the cheapest one I've ever seen, if you spend at least $100 and just get a new guitar speaker, a decent one that isn't hollowed out like the speaker that it comes with, something with mid-range, it'll sound fantastic. Just like the original 5150. The only reason why the amp is being held back is the speaker it comes with. The original 5150. It became iconic and one of the most metal amps for people to use. Once they decided to try it out with other speakers, like an Angle Cab or something, or a Mesa Cab, like, everyone fell in love with it. And yeah, I can only say that it'll be so much better once you have a speaker swap to that combo. And for really cheap, like sub $700 for a 60 watt combo, like that'll keep up with the live band setting. Like that gets plenty loud. So if you choose the right speaker, it literally sounds good enough where you can record with it. You don't need a 412. So Glenn Fricker used a BV 25, I believe. BV 25. It's I believe a Jensen speaker. It's a British vintage 25. Yes, British vintage 25 watt. I remembered, but it's by Mojotone. I don't know if I just said otherwise, but I just remembered it's by Mojotone. A company I haven't heard in a long time, but I'm really impressed by. So that's one speaker I could recommend for that. I really liked the BV12. That was a little bit brighter, sitting in the frequency range. I just think it sounds a little bit clearer in order to hear the difference in notes and stuff like that. But they both sound fantastic. Like, the BV-25 has a mid-range that the Sheffield 25 doesn't have. But the BV-12 has the high end and the clarity that the BV-25 doesn't have. But it lacks some of the mid-range and tiny bit of low end. But that's because they focus the frequencies to be higher up. That's gonna be my one suggestion for this video. Sometimes I'll give a suggestion. I'll just be aware that I don't give a bunch of suggestions of how I feel. I just want to give a suggestion for things I actually know instead of feel. Like, I saw a video of Glenn Fricker trying out that speaker in the 5150. Iconic combo. If I never heard that speaker, I wouldn't suggest it. That's why I didn't suggest any other speakers, because those are the two that I heard. But being the one suggestion I had this video, I'm gonna head out and focus on another video and try and figure out what to do for that. I'm gonna play a little bit and try and practice, try and improve my skills a little bit since they kind of disappeared. I might go live, I might not, depends if I can find a reason to, because I don't want to go live for no reason, just sit there like, yeah, I think that's all I needed to say. Like, I just wanted to give the reason that I lost my job, that I didn't technically lose it, I technically gave it up. And I want to give the one suggestion. And, yeah. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments down beneath. If you have any suggestions, also leave in the comments down beneath. If you have any criticism, I prefer if you kept that to yourself, but I'm not one to deny constructive criticism. Leave that down beneath. If you're just gonna criticize me, alright, get out of here. But constructive criticism, I'm all open to that. I'm not gonna lie, this video's gone on for quite a few minutes longer than I thought it was gonna go for. I didn't know I had this much to explain. I didn't know I was gonna come up with a suggestion the way I did. But I'm glad that I did, because maybe a suggestion now and then of what I saw and can attest to, and how I know I said it's not about how I feel, but in the end, tone is subjective. So it's all about what I feel. Well, not being what about I feel. I'm just using about how I feel about the tones while using my logic to be smart, be like, oh, that sounds good, but I know for a fact that it's not a great tone. I know there's better tones that could come out of this Amper speaker, but I'm really digging this right now. That's kind of how it works sometimes. But even though it's partially all about, does that make sense? Partially all about? No. That's why it's partially about how I feel about the tones. Because that's gonna give me a base of whether I want to suggest them or not. But other than that, it's all knowledge that's factual, that I could literally point you to a video or a forum, or I could tell you to test out yourself and what results you'll get. I'm rambling on again, just like I always do as of recently, because I'm bored. I'm gonna get going so that I can make another video now. I'll try not to upload it right away. I'll try to save it for a couple days, but I just want to get it out of the way. So everybody, peace out. Keep making marvelous metal, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for watching. I hope you understand the situation I'm in. So, getting new gear for the channel is gonna be a little tricky without a job, but I'm still gonna try my best to get new gear for the channel. Whether I have to borrow it, whether I have to sell a couple other things to get new things. It just may not be as frequently as I want, but it will happen. Alright, everybody. Peace out. I'll talk to you guys later. It was nice being able to talk to you and being able to explain my situation a little bit. Because my life's not perfect. But whose life is? Like, be positive. Be positive! Alright. Things are looking down right now. But every time that things look down, things can only look up after. There we go. So, I can't wait for that to happen because I'm getting kind of sick of this bad luck. Everybody, peace out. Talk to you later. Keep making Marvelous Metal. Thank you for subscribing. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.